Definitely not J sanctioned.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I got it! Yes!
Yay!
It's about time.
The ray gun has been a staple in every single Treyarch Zombies map, excluding Chaos maps, since the very beginning. It's debatably the most iconic aspect of the mode, appearing in the first, most bare-bones map, and has followed players through every map, excluding Chaos maps, up until the present. With so many iterations of the mode, it's important to have a comprehensive guide to the ray gun, as not every player has played every game. This will also be a great example of how a weapon's environment will impact its place in the meta. Let's start at the beginning with the OG ray gun. In World at War, the ray gun is one of the player's only hopes for survival. Being a one-hit until roughly round 20, or 25 once pack-a-punched, the only other gun that's going to put up this kind of stopping power is the other wonder weapon, the Wunderwaffe, which is definitely a better choice but is only available on 2 of the 4 maps. The ray gun's splash damage also makes it pretty good for ammo, being able to damage multiple enemies at once. Also coming with the added bonus that shooting the ground will be more effective than aiming for the head. Although with this, it's important to consider the ability to down yourself. Also having double tap in this game will increase the rate of fire, and with a slower firing weapon like the ray gun, that's a welcome bonus. Especially since you have no other perk demanding that slot. Double tap will be an obvious benefit. All of this factored, the ray gun in World at War is S tier. Black Ops 1 introduces many stronger wonder weapons than the ray gun, such as the thunder gun, baby gun, wave gun, and so on. It's a lot of guns. However, in Black Ops 1, almost every gun is considered pretty weak compared to just about any other zombies mode. Paired with that, Black Ops 1 also has PhD Flopper, which will negate all of the ray gun's self-harming potential, making that combo an easy choice for many. PhD also makes the Mustang and Sally quite viable, as well as even other explosive options like the crossbow or the M-Law. But the ray gun still reigns supreme given the ammo capacity once pack-a-punched has 200 shots in the reserve. While being essentially the same as World at War, the smoother Black Ops 1 feel does, in my opinion, make this the most satisfying ray gun to fire, especially after getting double tap. That's just a bonus though. The Black Ops 1 ray gun also has to be S tier. Black Ops 2's ray gun is effectively the same as the previous ray guns, but this is the point where the ray gun starts to lose its edge in the meta. Wonder weapons like the Sliquifier, Paralyzer, and especially the staffs on Origins makes the ray gun seem like child's play in comparison. With the removal of PhD, the ray gun backslides past its Black Ops 1 model back into World at War, with little to no way to negate the self-damaging properties. Double Tap 2 does make the ray gun more viable in higher rounds, but not by much. The ray gun also gets little broed by the Mark II, making it so whenever I get it out of the box, I just trade it back in so I can get the Mark II instead, as you can't have both at the same time. Given all of this, while still a very useful weapon, it's gotta drop to B tier in Black Ops 2. Side note, I won't be covering the Mark II, 3, and so on for this video, as I want to stay focused on how the different modes of zombies affect the ray gun's viability specifically, but Black Ops 2 Mark II is personally A tier. Black Ops 3 did the ray gun no favors by gatekeeping PhD and making even stronger wonder weapons, but what hit the ray gun harder than anything before is the introduction of AATs. Any regular weapon when double packed can gain one of many alternate ammo types that effectively do infinite damage and don't even require killing the zombie to activate. All you've got to do is wait a little bit in between activations. The ray gun not being allowed AATs makes it entirely inferior too, as a secondary, because you won't be picking it over the bows or the Apothicon Servant, and having something like Brain Rot or Deadwire is way more useful. All of this adds up to a ray gun that falls as low as D tier for me. I like it when I get it, but when does anyone keep the ray gun in Black Ops 3? In Black Ops 4, the ray gun's downfall continues. First off, Pack-a-Punch has been changed, requiring players to Pack-a-Punch up to 5 times to get their gun's final form. All throughout the process, other guns will acquire their AATs, while the ray gun will not. On top of this, I'm pretty sure they slowed the ray gun's reload speed a decent bit and locked speed cola behind buying all 4 perks. Meanwhile, other guns' reloads can be sped up with attachments. and there's no double tap in this game. This means in a game like Black Ops 4 where the zombies are so aggressive, you'll be lugging around the slow ass ray gun that does no damage when you could be running the Helion Salvo or the ray gun Mark II even, or just literally anything else because of AATs. While writing the script, I also had to look up if the ray gun needed to be pack-a-punched multiple times on Black Ops 4 because I genuinely can't remember one time where I ran this weapon. Black Ops 4's ray gun is going in F tier for me. With the launch of Cold War, the ray gun was supremely powerful, being probably better than it's ever been, but unfortunately we can't have nice things, and it did receive a nerf. However, with triple tapping, the ray gun is still a very viable weapon in Cold War, especially with the return of PhD and the changed point system. While other wonder weapons still outclass it, I do think AATs have been balanced to a point where someone may choose to run the ray gun instead, especially given AATs cost salvage, which someone may want to avoid spending in exchange for something like armor. Elemental pop and no perk limit has also made the ray gun finally to some degree compatible with AATs, so that's nice. Also with Cold War, while in BO4 as well, the point system has changed from per hit to per kill, meaning something like an SMG for point building was effectively dead, making the ray gun an obvious replacement as a higher damage weapon. This ray gun can comfortably go in A tier for me. Black Ops 6 is still pretty early into its life cycle, but considering we already have PhD, Elemental Pop, and Salvage being pretty difficult to build up, means getting a gold ray gun can stop you from having to level up a different weapon. The ray gun in Black Ops 6 is one of the best options. While pretty similar to Cold War, something about the Black Ops 6 ray gun, maybe it's the gobblegums that can help you get it easier, or maybe it's just more common in the box, but I feel like the ray gun in this version of Zombies is doing its best to claim its seat at the table. And for that, I think, as of right now, the ray gun has clawed its way back to S tier. As you can see, while the ray gun has aged like Salma Hayek, the game around it has gone through so many variations, and as power creep took over in Black Ops 3 and 4, the ray gun fell out of dominance, but it's bounced back in this new era of zombies. So for OG players who feel like Black Ops 6 will be the return to the franchise, or for younger audiences interested in seeing what the hype was about with the older titles, hopefully I've given you a good guide for your matches to come. If you completely disagree with my list, let me know in the comments what yours looks like. And if you loved my list, consider leaving a like, and I can do more videos like this in the future. Thanks guys, peace.